Hello, welcome back to Bootcamp and the next step on your Start 1K journey. Today, I would like to talk to you about design. So we are going to talk about what is design, why is it important, and where can you use it. I'm going to talk you through branding, colour, typography, layout, and we're going to have a Canva demo as well. Now, if none of that makes sense, please don't worry, it will do by the time I'm finished. So we're going to get straight into it. So first of all, what is design and why is it important and where can you use it? So I've tried to put this in the most simplest terms. So design makes your stuff look good. So design is very, very important. You can use it on your website, on social media, on flyers, business cards, your van, anywhere where you're talking to your customer and you need something visual, that's where you use design. Why is design important? There is so much competition out there. Design is what grabs someone's attention. So let's imagine we're talking social media posts. So you on Facebook, they say you have 3 seconds to stop someone from scrolling. So imagine yourself scrolling on Facebook. It's the image that catches your attention. That's design. So design's very, very important. Once the image has caught their attention, content gets them interested. So remember, we did content yesterday. So design, very, very important. It makes people stop and listen. So the first part of design I would like to talk to you about is branding. So I'm sure you've all heard the term on brand. What does your brand look like? Have you got a logo yet? Now, side note, you don't have to spend a fortune on a logo. You can design one yourself on Canva for free. So wait for the Canva demo at the end. Have you got a business card? Have you got a van? Have you got a Facebook page? Have you got a website? Do they all look the same? Now, I want to show you some examples, but first of all, I want to tell you why it's important to have what they call a consistent brand. So when you have a consistent brand, so all of those things match, same colors, same, logo, same typography. When your brand is consistent and people start to notice you, they'll see your Facebook post, you might put a flyer through their door and then your van might drive past. They will start to recognize that brand. And as they start to see it, they will start to remember you. And people, when they see a consistent brand being used, they start to trust that business before they even pick up the phone to you. So branding is very, very important to look professional and for people to start to recognize you. Now, I've got some examples. This business here. Now, we actually started off with this mood board. We started to put together some colors and images of the type of image that this lady wanted to project with her business. From there, we came up with the logo. And then from there, we came up with the Facebook cover photo and then some Facebook posts. And what you'll notice is she's using the same color, she's using the same font, she's got our logo repeated on there. So you can tell that this is the same business. I've got another example. So this is an electrical company. Again, look how consistent that brand is. So they have got a yellow logo and they've also got a white logo, which is good because sometimes yellow, depending on what you're printed onto, might not stand out as much. So we've got 2 options, but they've got their letterhead, they've got a Facebook page, they've got purchase orders, and they all look the same. So people know that this is the same business and it looks very, very professional. So before you contact this customer, before customers contact this business, they have got this image of a professional business. So that is why branding is very, very important. So now I'm going to talk to you about design. And there's 3 main elements to design. And they are color, typography, and layout. And I'm going to briefly cover those 3. Now, you don't have to be an expert, but it's very important to be aware of these. So let's talk about colour first. There's been lots of scientific experiments run that prove that humans feel certain emotions when they see certain colours. So this little colour emotion guide shows you. So we've got the colour, we've got this colour here, this kind of yellow colour, and this makes people feel optimistic. It conveys clarity and warmth. Now, if you follow the line around, all of these companies have used that colour in their logo on purpose because they know that's what it makes people feel. So moving down to the next colour, this orange colour, it conveys emotions of friendliness and cheerfulness and confidence. So again, these companies have used that colour in their logo on purpose because it knows it makes people feel a certain way. Red, excitement, youthful. So again, look at all of these companies that use that colour in their logo on purpose. Purple, creativity, imagination. Look at all of these companies that use that colour on purpose. Blue conveys trust. So you'll see a lot of accountants and solicitors using blue. Again, all of these companies have used that colour on purpose because it knows that people feel a certain way when they see that colour. Green, we've got peacefulness, growth and health. So all of these companies have used that colour on purpose because it knows how that colour makes people feel. And then the last one we've got is grey, which conveys feelings of calmness and balance. So again, these companies have used that on purpose because it knows it makes people feel a certain way. So it's not just about picking a colour that you like. So a little tip I'm going to share with you. This website here, Hoolers, if you Google Hoolers, it's American. What you can do here is create a colour palette for your business. So you can upload an image. So do you remember the example I gave you earlier? And I said we started with a mood board. We uploaded that mood board to Hoolers to come out with a colour palette for that business. So every single colour and every single shade and every single colour under the rainbow has got a very unique number called a hex code, H-E-X code. Now, if you use a hex code, that means you're going to replicate the exact colour. So if you put an image into Hoolers, you're going to come out with, this is a colour palette on the right-hand side that I did in Hoolers, and each of those images, there's this little text here, those are the hex codes for you to use. So that's a way to come up with a colour palette for your business. So the next thing I would like to talk to you about is typography. Now, there's a lot that goes into a font, and I'm going to just run through a few examples here, but please don't feel like you have to be an expert on this, but it's just to show you how much goes into a font. So the height of the capital letter compared to the height of the lowercase letter, how low this hangs down above the line, the thickness of this section here, you know, this little lip here, all of these parts of a font have names. It's all scientifically put together to make it easier to read. So there is a lot to a font. Here's a fun example. The same wording put together, but using a different font. This is an extreme example, but it just does go to show that a font does matter. Font does matter. Now, here are two websites where you can find fonts for free. So we've got MyFonts and DaFont. So I'm going to share a video with you, which you can look at in your own time, how to use DaFont. I use DaFont only because I always have, and it's a little video showing you around DaFont and how you can find a font and what have you. You can download those for free, and the video will show you how to download them. The next part I would like to talk to you about is layout. So it's important to understand that every element of a design holds its own weight. Now, this is a good image to show you what I'm talking about. So we've got a circle and a square. Now, they are not the same image, so it's definitely not symmetrical, but they hold a similar weight. So the human eye likes that balance because of the weight that those elements hold. So please bear in mind that when you're putting together a design, the elements and the weight that they hold. Now, I want to take that a little step further, and at first glance, you wouldn't be criticised for thinking that these are exactly the same, but when you look at it, they are quite different, but it's all about the weight that those elements hold. Another thing I want to talk to you about is lines. Lines are a really good way to guide the eye. So if you want people to read a certain certain part of the text, put it in a box like this will be good because these lines guide your eye to read that particular section. So that's quite important. So now I've got some examples. So this magazine spread is balanced but not balanced because of the way it's being put together and the weight of all of the elements within the design. It could have been done very wrongly, it could have been very cluttered, but the way that it's being put together is being done very, very clever, and all of the white space guides your eyes to the section, the middle sections, and the elements, because of the weight that they hold, it feels balanced, so it's easy on the eye. I have another very, very symmetrical design to share with you. So the human eye loves this. It's very symmetrical. We've got head on each side. We've got this, triangular shape of the ship, the text, and how symmetrical that is. The human eye loves symmetry. So that is a fantastic design. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about was images. So images are very, very important part of design. And a few little tips. The human eye really likes an image with a person in it. So that's a good tip. And like I said, I would say the image is the main part of the design, and the design is what catches people's attention. So think back to your dream customer, think back to their worries and their concerns and the emotions that they feel, and try and pick images that relate to them. So here are 3 websites where you can get free images. We've got Unsplash, Pexels and Pixabay. So you can get free images. It's totally legal, totally legit, high resolution, the marketer's dream. And I've also got a video I'm going to share with you, and it's about Unsplash, and it shows you how to work your way around the website and how to download images from Unsplash. So make sure you check that out. Now, the final thing I want to talk to you about is Canva. So Canva is your new best friend. So there is a paid for version. If you see this gold crown in the bottom corner here, you've got a paid for version, which is $10.99 a month. I would advise you start off on the free one. The free one is fantastic. I used the free one for a long time before I made the jump to the $10.99 a month one. So Canva is an online design platform, and I've got some videos that's going to show you around Canva. I've got a few that shows you around Canva, then I've got one where we actually do a design in Canva. So it's really good because it knows the sizes that, say, for example, a Facebook post needs to be, or a A5 flyer needs to be. So it knows the sizes already. So you would just type in Facebook post and it will give you a blank screen set to the size of Facebook. So that's really good. They also have a bank of images that you can use, and they also have some really good templates that you can use. You can also upload your own images, which is great, and your own logo. So you cannot upload your own font on the free version, but I would still start on the free version. Now, I've recently upgraded to the $10.99 a month version, and things that I love about it are there are loads more templates to choose from, and there's loads more images to choose from. So what I want you to do now is watch those videos that I've shared with you. So I've got videos on different elements that we've talked to throughout the session, and the Canva demos are the really important ones. So watch those videos, sign yourself up to a free Canva account, and have a little go of designing something. What do you need in your business? Do you want a business card? Do you want to do a Facebook post? Have a little go of designing in Canva, and then please share it in the group, as we would love to see it. It's a very, very friendly group, and we're here to support you. There's no wrong answers. So we are here to support you, but we would love to see the work that you've done. As ever, any questions, anything you're not sure of, please ask in the group. We are here to help you, and we want you to succeed. So we're definitely here to help. So yeah, good luck. I cannot wait to see what you come up with.